Have you ever heard of someone who changed countless lives without anyone knowing their name? Today, I'm going to tell you about an ordinary man with an extraordinary secret. Stay tuned. You won't believe how one person's quiet actions changed an entire community. Our story begins in a small, peaceful town, a place where everyone knows everyone and life moves at its own slow, predictable pace. It's the kind of town where nothing extraordinary ever seems to happen. Or so people thought. In this town lived an elderly man named Mr. Jonas. He was the kind of person you'd pass by without a second thought, always wearing the same old brown coat, carrying a worn-out briefcase, and walking the same quiet path every day. He didn't talk much, kept to himself, and seemed, well, ordinary. But as it turns out, there was nothing ordinary about him. Mr. Jonas blended into the background of the town, quiet, unremarkable, and easy to overlook. Most people hardly noticed him, assuming there was nothing special about the man who always kept to himself. One freezing winter evening, Mr. Jonas walked past the local diner and stopped in his tracks. Inside, a family sat huddled together, their faces pale and tired. Without a word, Jonas stepped inside, ordered a hot meal, and quietly left it for them. No name, no explanation. Little did anyone know this was just the beginning of something extraordinary. Over the years, Jonas's kindness became a quiet force in the town. He would pay for groceries for struggling families, leave envelopes of cash on doorsteps, and buy books for kids who couldn't afford school supplies. And every single time, he remained completely anonymous. It wasn't about recognition for him. It was about making a difference, one small act at a time. After Jonas passed away, the townspeople came together to clean out his small, unremarkable house. At first, it seemed just as ordinary as the man they thought they knew, but in a dusty corner of his room, they found an old leather-bound notebook. As they opened it, their jaws dropped. Page after page was filled with names, hundreds of them, each with a note detailing how Jonas had helped them. Hospital bills, groceries, school fees. The quiet man they had overlooked for years had been a silent hero all along. Jonas's story reminds us that true kindness doesn't need applause or recognition. It's about doing what you can, quietly, to make the world a better place. He showed us that even the smallest, unnoticed acts of generosity can ripple out to touch countless lives. And perhaps the most powerful lesson of all is this: you don't have to be famous or wealthy to make a difference. You just have to care. So, here's my challenge for you. Take one small step today. It doesn't have to be grand. Buy someone a coffee, share a kind word, or even just lend a listening ear. These little acts may seem small to you, but to someone else, they could mean the world. Imagine the ripple effect we could create if each of us decided to spread a little kindness today.